All right, here we are on a Tuesday, Whidbey Island, just talking about some side body stuff. We did maybe the last practice I uploaded, I'm not sure, but a couple of them anyway. We did a big side body routine, which was breathing into the ribs and strengthening and lots of fortification of the ribs and side body lengthening at the same time, but kind of talking about the concept of where we have leaky boundaries, where we contort ourselves, and also where we can become rigid. So if we look at the rib cage is this beautiful area of the body that literally protects our vital organs. And we need that protection for our vital organs. But if we look at it on an energetic level, if we spend so much time trying to lengthen or contort our bodies into these shapes, it can be indicative of how we contort our values in order to keep connection. In the same vein, if we're too rigid, if our boundaries are too solid, if we're too armored up, it's another way we try to keep ourselves safe so that we can control connection. And so this I feel playing out very strongly in my life right now with a teenage child that is, moving towards that independence, moving toward that natural cycle. And I feel where I'm contorting myself and slipping out of my own alignment. And I feel where I'm rigid and trying to control to keep myself and my child safe. And so this has been kind of in my awareness lately about how that relates to the area of the body that is the rib cage. What else is at the rib cage? The solar plexus, Manipura, Chakra, and our connection with power. So if you've ever tried to be in a relationship with anybody, whether that's you or the child and it's a parent, or you're the parent and there's a child, or you're a partner romantically with somebody, or even living in community like we all are, there are these relationships and we can see these power dynamics play out, especially when we have conflict. So we can go power over, domination, oppression. I really feel my inner oppressor rising up with my child right now. Or power under, where we're just giving our power away. We're contorting ourselves so much so that we can try to maintain relationship. As yogis and anyone on a spiritual path, we're always trying to seek power with, not power over domination or power under, which is always oppression, but power in alignment with our true values, our true heart's desires and intentions, sacred intention, so that we just create a little less harm. So that is what I'm entering into this practice today with our rib cage. I'm going to try to hold Kanti back a little bit to show the modifications of it. So this can be maybe more of an accessible practice for everybody, because we all need that fortification. And I also want to acknowledge there, when I just said everybody, there is a level of able-bodyism with everything I teach. So acknowledging that, but a little bit more accessible to a larger percentage of the population. We are on the land of the Coast Salish people. This land is a land that continues to provide us opportunity to come back home to our first body, our first home, these bodies, home to this home that we all share, this land. And as we call ourselves back home again and again and again, hopefully we can plant and let flourish a sense of belonging. One Om together. All right, my dears, we will start on our backs. As we start on our backs, we're going to do some real subtle movement with our ribs. Knees bent, feet flat. We're just going to start to breathe and notice the movement of our ribs as we breathe. So on the inhale, likely you'll feel some expansion somewhere in your ribcage. Notice if that is in the front, side, or back of your body. Where is it more prevalent? As we notice that, come into awareness of just breathing into the front of your ribs. Of course, your breath might move in other directions, but just notice. And then come into the awareness of breathing into the side of the ribs, so like you're expanding horizontally. And again, you might feel awareness in other parts, but let most of it be there. And then have the awareness of breathing into the back of your ribs. So your rib cage expand against the floor. And then like a cylinder, breathe in front, side, and back body. And draw your knees in and begin to do a few little circles one direction. And a few circles the other direction. And then allow both of your knees to go over to the right. Don't worry about a block. Let your knees be apart. And then draw your left hand to your left hip and stack that hip on top. So you're going to be leaning on your left side, or your right side, excuse me. Your left shoulder is off the floor. We'll reach that left arm up overhead to the fingertips above your head, fingertips above your head. Inhale here. And then on the exhale, allowing that arm to go out to the left, letting your hips and legs move as they will. Inhale, you're circle sweeping that arm back up. You're coming more on your right side. Exhale, opening up into a twist. And we'll do that 5 more times. Inhale back. Exhale, open up. Inhale. Exhale, open up. Inhale. Exhale, open up. Inhale, reach above the head. Exhale, open up one more like this. And then stay in that twist, but straighten your legs out in a 90-degree angle. Notice that your left shoulder is likely off the floor, and that's fine. Draw your belly in slightly and see where you can breathe into the left ribs. Imagine a lot of breath is coming into the left lung. And then draw your knees back to center. Do a few knee circles one direction. And a few knee circles the other direction. And then both knees come down to the left. And then reach your right arm up overhead, come onto your left side. And then exhale, let it open back out to the right. So we're just reaching above the head and not a full circle back the other way you came. Like a half circle. Inhale, reaching it up overhead, let it coming onto your left side. Exhale, opening to the right, letting the knees come apart. Inhale above the head. Exhale out to the side. Inhale above the head. Exhale out to the side. Inhale overhead. Exhale out to the side, pause. Straighten the legs out in a 90-degree angle. Let your right shoulder be off the floor and just notice where you can breathe into those right ribs. Back into center. Rock yourselves up and over to hands and knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Stay for your inhale in cat. Breathe into the back body. Exhale back to cow. Several more times in this manner. And then come onto the right hand, right knee. Left arm reaches up. Left foot is down. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, reach under your right ribs. Try to keep the pinky toe edge side of the left foot down. Inhale here. Exhale, reach back up. Inhale here. Reach under your ribs. Stay for the inhale. Reach back up. Breathe in here. Reach under. Breathe in here. Reach back up. And then extend the left arm alongside your ear and really root through the pinky toe edge side of that left foot and arc your left ribs up to the sky. Deep breath in. Circle sweep to hands and knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Stay for an inhale. Come back to cow. Onto your left hand, left knee, right arm up, right foot roots, pinky toe edge side of the foot finds connection to the earth. Gaze up, inhale. Reach under your ribs. Stay for an inhale. Reach back up. Breathe in. Reach under. Breathe in. Reach back up. Inhale here. Reach under. Inhale here. Reach back up. Extend the right arm alongside the ear. Root through the pinky toe edge side of the right foot And arc your right ribs to the sky. Circle sweep that right hand down, come back, hands and knees, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Stay for the inhale and cat. Come back, cow. Downward facing dog. Reach your right leg to the sky. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Bring your left knee down, low lunge. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Your left hand to the right side of your head. Lean to the right and breathe into those left ribs. Tuck your tail. And then begin to send your hips a tiny bit forward and your head a tiny bit back, even though you're still leaning to the right. Bringing online awareness of the front of that left hip, the psoas. Inhale back to center. And then twist high, left arm in front, right hand behind. Left fingertips go to the outer right knee. Right hand goes to the sacrum. Push the knee against the hand. Draw your belly in, look over your right shoulder. Can you breathe into your back ribs? Come back to center, inhale, arms up. Frame that front foot, tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee up, straighten your back leg, straighten your front leg, bow towards your right shin. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Left foot steps forward, right knee comes down, low lunge. Left forearm to left thigh. Right hand to the left side of the head. Lean to the left, tuck your tail under. Breathe into the right ribs. And then begin to really tuck your tail, send your hips forward and lean your head back into that right forearm. Bringing online both the awareness of the right ribs, but also the front of that right hip. And then come back to center, inhale. Twist high, right arm in front, right fingertips to the outer left knee, left hand to the sacrum. Look over that left shoulder, draw your belly in, and see if you can breathe into the back of your ribs. Great, come back to center. Frame that front foot, tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee up, and straighten both of your legs, bowing towards your left shin. And then we're all gonna hold plank. At first, we're gonna put our knees down. So find plank and then bring your knees down. Push into your arms, your hands. Root down through the pointer finger knuckle in particular. Draw your belly in and up. Feel a little tiny bit of a cat back here. A little tiny bit of a tail tuck. Draw the belly strongly in. See if your breath can go to the back of your ribs. Some of you might stay here. Some of you might lift your knees up, full plank, but still have that awareness of the back. So tiny cat back, drawing the belly in. You're staying for 5, 4, 3, 2, downward facing dog. Look forward, step your feet to your hands, halfway lift as you arrive. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Palms to the heart. So this is a play on Surya Namaskara A, a little more stability. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hold plank. Knees can be up or down. Down dog. Look forward, step your right foot forward, then your left, forward fold at the top of the mat. Rise all the way up. Big inhale. Palms to the heart. Arms up, inhale. Hold forward. Halfway lift. Hold plank. Down dog. Look forward, step your left foot forward, then your right. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, rise. Palms to the heart. Moving on, inhale, arms up. Fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back, plank. Come onto your right side, but bring your left foot halfway up the mat, turning the toes out to the left. Lift your left arm. Inhale. Reach under your ribs. Stay for an inhale. Reach up. Plank. Come onto the left side, stepping your right foot halfway up the mat. Turned out to the right. Right arm up. Inhale. Reach under your ribs. Stay for an inhale. Reach back up. Plank. Down dog. Look forward. Step your right foot forward, then your left. On your next inhale, rise. Palms to the heart. Arms up, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Plank. Put your knees down. Come onto your right side, right hand, right knee. Lift your left foot up. Inhale here. Reach under your ribs. Stay for an inhale. Reach back up. Breathe in. Extend the left arm alongside your ear. Reach in both directions. Circle sweep back hand to the earth. Both knees are down. Shift your weight forward. Lower to the earth. Cobra, inhale. Down dog. Look forward. Step your left foot forward, then your right, forward fold. Rise up. Palms to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back, plank, put your knees down. Left hand, left knee. Lift your right arm, lift your right foot. Inhale here. Reach under your ribs. Stay for an inhale. Reach back up. Extend your right arm alongside your ear, stretch in both directions. Big inhale. On the exhale, circle sweep that hand down, shift forward, lower to the earth. Cobra pose, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Look forward now, walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Palms to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Step back, plank. This time, maybe you put your knees down. Maybe you do that other thing where we step the left foot halfway up, or maybe you come onto the right side and stagger your feet. So your feet are not stacked on top of each other, but that top foot is a little in front of the bottom foot. Inhale, look up. Exhale, reach under your ribs. Stay for an inhale. Reach back up. Extend that arm alongside your ear, stretch in two directions. Big inhale. Circle sweep that hand to the floor, maybe chaturanga. Maybe you put your knees down and you lower to the earth. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Look forward, walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Palms to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Plank. So any of those three things are available. Knees could be down, coming onto your left side. You might try staggering your feet. Reaching the right arm up. You might gaze up, inhale. Reach under your ribs, exhale. Stay for an inhale. Reach back up. Extend that arm alongside your ear, stretch in two directions. Circle sweep the hand to the floor, maybe chaturanga. Maybe you just go straight to down dog. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Palms to the heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back, plank. This time, bring your knees down. Come onto the right side. Right hand, right knee. Lift that left leg up. Reach under your ribs. Stay for an inhale. Reach the arm up. Step that left foot forward to the top of the mat. Low lunge. Good. Rise up. Grab the right wrist and lean left. Breathe into the right ribs as you tuck your tail under. And then start to send the hips a tiny bit forward, feeling also the front of that right hip. Come back to center. Inhale, twist high. And then maybe here you bring your palms together and bring your right wrist, forearm, or elbow outside that left knee. Pushing the knee against the arm. See if you can still breathe into your back ribs here. Is that still available? Reach the arms back up. Frame the front foot. Tuck your back toes under. Lift the back knee up. Plank. Maybe chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Back to downward facing dog. Walker hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Palms to the heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back, plank. Bring your knees down. Come onto the left side. Reach that right leg up. Reach the right arm up. Inhale. Reach under the ribs. Stay for an inhale. Reach back up. Step that right foot to the top of the mat, low lunge. Grab hold of your left wrist and lean right. Breathe into your left side body. Tuck your tail, and then start to send your hips forward a wee bit. Feel the front of that left hip as well as the left ribs. Take a deep breath in. And then twist high. So you might stay with your left arm in front, or you might bring your palms together and hook the elbow, wrist, or forearm outside the right knee. Breathing here and noticing. Come back to center, inhale. Frame the foot, tuck those back toes under, lift the back knee up, plank. Maybe lower to the floor or halfway down, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. So you can certainly stay with this, what we just did for this next one, or we'll move on. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Mountain pose. Inhale, arms reach up. Fold forward over your legs. Halfway lift. Plank. Come onto your right side, and you have the option of putting your right knee down or side plank with the right knee up. Right side. Arm reaches up, leg reaches up. Inhale here. Reach under your ribs. Stay for an inhale. Try to keep that left hip from falling back. Reach back up. Reach your arm long alongside your ear. Chaturanga circle, sweep that hand. You might keep that left leg up. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Walker hop to the top. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise on up. Mountain pose. Arms reach up, inhale. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Plank. Now you could put the left knee down. You're going to come to the left side. And remember, we're going to lift that right leg. So that might make a difference if you keep the knee up or down. Inhale here. Reach under your ribs. Try to keep the hip from falling back. It's really going to want it nice. Inhale here. Reach back up. Reach along your ear. Stretch in two directions. And then circle sweep that hand. You might come to Chaturanga with that leg up. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog. Remember, if you're doing this with your knee down, it's just as potent. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up. Palms to the heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Plank. That's a little different. Come onto your right side. Right hand, right knee, or right hand, right foot. Inhale, the arm goes up, the leg goes up. Reach under your ribs. Stay for the inhale. That's a balance here. Reach back up. Keep the arm up. Step that left foot forward to the top of the mat, either low lunge or crescent lunge. Grab hold of your right wrist and lean left, but bend that elbow. Bend the elbow and tuck your forearm behind your head. Yep. Yep. And now feel that whole right side body open, and then start to lean your head back into that forearm. The heart goes up. Yep. Maybe, and that's a big maybe, you start to straighten the back leg. Bending that left knee. Breath in. Come back to center. Twist high, right arm in front. Or bring your palms together and hook that right elbow, forearm, or wrist outside the left knee. Push the knee into the arm, whether it's your arm or your hand. And if your knee is up, you might straighten that leg. Push through the heel. Take a deep breath in. Frame the front foot, plank, Chaturanga, Cobra or up dog, down dog. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up. Palms to the heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Plank. Onto the left side. Maybe left knee is down, right leg goes up, arm goes up, inhale. Reach under your ribs. Stay for an inhale. Reach back up. Step that right foot forward to the top of the mat, either crescent lunge or low lunge. Grab hold of that left wrist and bend the elbow and stick the forearm behind your head. Start to really lean to the right. And then bring the head back into the hands, the heart lift up. Maybe starting to straighten the back leg and push through the heel, still bending that right knee. Breathing, noticing. This is probably pretty strong for most of us, yeah. That back knee is down, it's still pretty strong for most of us. Yeah. Arms back up. Twist high, left arm in front, where you might stay, or bring the hands together and hook that left elbow, forearm, or wrist outside the right knee. And then if you get the arm against something, against the leg, somewhere along the arm, start to straighten that back leg, really feel some power going through that back heel. Could you still breathe into your back ribs? Frame your front foot. Maybe Chaturanga, or just step back to down dog. How can we feel both fortified and still flexible enough without contorting ourselves, without contorting our values? Would that be healthy boundaries? And most of us have not been taught healthy boundaries, so what would that even feel like to live from that space? Not rigid and overly guarded and not contorted, slipping out of alignment. Walker hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Mountain pose. Chair pose. Fold forward over your legs. Halfway lift. Now I'm going to say down dog your way, which means you could go through Chaturanga. You could hold a plank. You could step back to down dog. Right leg lifts. Draw the right knee in towards your belly, chest, or nose as you hover forward. Take a deep inhale into your back ribs. On the exhale, step that foot forward between your hands. On the inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. On the exhale, open to warrior two. Straighten that right leg, triangle pose. Look up to your top arm, inhale. Reach under your ribs. Look down at the ground. Yep. Let your torso kind of twist. Yeah, exactly. Stay for a big inhale. And then reach back up. Inhale here. Reach under, let your torso twist. Yeah. That feel okay? Stay for an inhale. Reach back up. One more time, inhale here. Reach under, see if you can bring that left shoulder toward the earth. Exactly. Stay for an inhale. Reach back up. And then reach that left arm alongside your ear and ground down through the pinky toe edge side of that back foot. And see if you can find a stretch in the whole left side body. From here, give a slight bend to that front knee and make your way to half moon where you might have a block. So touching a block on the highest setting is super useful here. If you don't have a block, you might have a couch or a chair. You might have a wall. Yeah, so that left leg is up. Look up. It's hard, yeah. Look to that top hand. Not what we're used to doing in half moon. Yeah. Inhale here. Reach under your ribs. Let your torso round. Yes. Awesome, Hunty. Inhale here. Reach back up. Reach that left arm alongside your ear. And really feel as if you can get so long through that entire left side body. Land warrior two. Good. Inhale, exalted warrior. Grab hold of that right wrist and bend your elbow. Same thing, if you can, but leaning back into the hand, leaning back into the forearm, so good. Deep breath in. And then cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot, side plank on your left, side plank on your left. So remember, you could have that that right foot halfway up the mat here. Inhale here. Reach alongside your ear. Circle sweep the hand forward. Chaturanga. You might float that right leg. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg to the sky. Draw the knee in towards your belly, chest, or nose. Stay for a big inhale into your back ribs. On the exhale, step the foot forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Triangle pose. Gaze up as you inhale. Reach under your ribs, let your torso kind of round. Yeah, so good. Stay for an inhale. Come back up. Twice more. Inhale here. Exhale, reach under. Inhale here. Reach back up. One more time. Breathe in. Reach under. Let the torso round. Stay for a big inhale into your back. Reach back up, and then reach that right arm alongside the ear and try to get so long through the whole right side. So a real root through the pinky toe edge side of the right foot. Yeah, super good. And then from here, bend that front knee a little bit, make your way to half moon. Touching a block or a couch or a wall is really gonna help you here. Look up. It's challenging to look up and half. Reach under your ribs. Stay for the inhale. Reach back up. Reach that right arm alongside your ear. Get long through the whole side body. So good. And then gently land warrior two. Exalted warrior, grabbing hold of that left wrist, bending the elbow. Leaning back into your forearm. Big inhale here. And then circle sweep the hands to frame that front foot, side plank on the right. Reach that left arm alongside the ear. Circle sweep that hand to the floor. Chaturanga, you might float that left leg. Great. Meeting in downward facing dog for about 5, maybe 10 breaths. If you'd rather have child's pose, please take that. Looking up is hard. Looking up is hard, yeah. Even in the abstractions. Drishti is everything in a lot of poses, and we've trained ourselves, many of us that have practiced forever and ever, to look at something, and so if we try to change that gaze, woo! Just like closing your eyes and tree. Why is that suddenly the new dance practice? But it is. All right, so from here, onto your knees for camel pose. So you have a block or a pillow, you might place that between your thighs. So camel is one of the best poses to really feel into your ribs. We tend to splay the front ribs out in camel pose, most of us. So you'll see these big bendy poses with people's feet flat and they're all the way practically hands to the ground. But the front ribs are so jutted out. And in order for that to happen, the back ribs have to way go into the body. So it puts strain on the low back over time. My idea here is to place your hands on the sides of your ribs, kind of wrap your fingers around. Yeah, so you can kind of feel your back ribs with your thumbs, your side ribs with your hands, and depending on the width of your rib cage, you might be able to even slightly feel the front of your ribs with your fingertips, yeah? So we're gonna take big breaths here and try to see how you expand, yeah? Squeeze the block like it's gonna go up and back. And so that's the most important thing with this, is that you wanna feel like that block could possibly pop out behind you instead of in front of you. And then lift your ribs up off your waist, and start to, maybe your thumbs can encourage the back of your shoulder blades to go into the body, and still send your hips quite forward, yeah, but still at that long, low back, yeah? And then squeeze your elbows toward one another, which might be a small movement in your body, yeah? And then maybe you can reach your right hand up and a big circle for your right heel. If it doesn't touch your heel, no worries, touch your leg. Yep. And then your left hand might go up and a big circle sweep. It might touch your heel or your leg. Yep. And then still imagine that block is going behind you and up. The heart is going way up. And then release your hands and interlace them behind your head so that we can give the neck a bit of a break here. Lengthen the neck and then start to lean back into your hands. So your hips will go forward here. Your heart will go up, but you're squeezing that block enough where you're not swaying your hips forward. Looks great, Humpty. Does it feel? Feels good. Feels good, right. Yeah. So this is a big camel pose in our body. It doesn't have to look like a big shape, right? But it's very aligned. And the focus here can be on the breath moving into the ribs, especially with the neck support. And then when you're ready, release and sit back on your heels, removing the block. So the next place we're going to work toward is pigeon pose. And if pigeon doesn't work for your body, you can come over onto your back now and do thread the needle. Otherwise, right leg lifts from down dog. Draw the right knee toward the right wrist. Place the right shin down and tuck your left toes under and inch your left knee back and look to the right. You might untuck your toes. You might stay up, or you might come down onto your forearms. When you're ready, switching sides in your way. Remember, it's helpful when that left shin comes forward that you scoot the back knee back and look to the left before you come down on the forearms. My dears, when you feel even, coming over onto your backs. And once you're on your back, bend your left knee and straighten your right leg on the floor. And then bring your left knee across the body to the right. And you can straighten that leg out on the floor as well if you want. Left arm goes out to the left. And then it might do that kind of snow angel sweeping. Or you might just place your left hand on your sacrum. See what feels useful to you. Can you breathe into those left ribs? And then the other side when you're ready. Coming back to center, doing a few little V circles one direction, and a few the other. And then either shoulder stand or a block under the sacrum and legs up to the sky. And Shavasana, rolling down through shoulder stand. You could go to fish if you wanted. Otherwise, if there's a block under your sacrum, moving it and coming to Shavasana. I hope that this practice today has allowed you to feel some space in your ribs where you might be tight, where you might be out of alignment, and how that can possibly energetically denote where we're at in our lives with boundaries, whether we're kind of contorting ourselves and slipping out of our own alignment, or where we're really rigid. Somewhere in between is a healthy balance, healthy boundaries. Holding ourselves sweetly, holding ourselves tenderly, also holding ourselves accountable during this process of living and becoming. In the spirit of peace, we say Shanti, Shalom, Salam, Amani, Maluhia, Irini, Shiakan, Jam, Pache, Pas. In the spirit of our collective liberation, we say Ashe, Amin, Amen, blessed be, Kapu Aloha, in Lakach, Satnam, Namaste, Mitakuyasin, Black Lives Matter.